Alright, check, check. Looks like we're all good. So, with that said, welcome all to the second round. I missed first round because there's a couple of complications that happened first race, but second round all the same. Try and get ourselves caught up on points. Go a couple of rounds we can manage. But we're still in test and tune for the race right now. We got a 5/10 full tree. And you'll try and get the car to go 6-1 or slower. So what we'll do while we're watching things kind of go on, I'll check in every couple of races, but we've got... Ooh, goodness gracious, excuse me. True North in the right lane. Calling 7198 in the left. Both got the top bulb on. So they roll into stage. And red light for North, as we're going to see Colin go on down there. 18 on the tree. 674.6 at 198. 664.7 at 199 for North. 001 red. So you can see they're really going for it. Switch over to my camera. We haven't moved it all yet. It looks like we're trying to keep things pushing. Alright, there goes the tree. Looks like Nar's out on G Life. 83 on the tree to G's 13. 642.7 at 217 compared to 624 at 219 for Narzard. And everyone seems like they're just having a pretty good time. We have our next pair coming up, Sosa in the right lane, and we have... I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble at the top. UNC, big at 847. So they drop the tree. Got the Camaro starting to pull a little bit out on the Cuda. 007 on the tree for the Camaro, and we had, a little bit of an issue, but Dude's going to go 6732 at 202, and Pro Vega's going to go 676 at 215. Lost the timing there a little bit. I think that Charger in the right lane has rolled the beans before they cross the finish line. K-Boomer in the right lane, and Riddix in the left in the... What is that called? I don't even remember. The name is a Regal, though. Here comes a tree. Both cars are out clean and green. Black car's got a little bit of a lead, it looks like, from where I'm sitting. 24 on the tree to 138. 715.3 at 176 for the Factory X car. 724.2 at 179 for the Charger. Scoot up a little bit. Jay Blank in the left and 6400 Hewitt in the right. They're both going to get away. Looks like Hewitt might have had some wheel spin there. Might have just been lag on my side. Let's see what the numbers are. 628.4 at 210 for Jay. And 655 at 228. A lot of mile an hour there for Hewitt. We have Slaughter in the left. I swear this thing is really cutting off a lot of the names. It's getting kind of annoying for me. With that black and red GTR in the right lane. Mirage. Getting down, too, at that. 634.7 at 207 and 670 with an 8 at 201 for a Slaughter. Got a little bit of commotion over who's new and who's not. We got Munge in the right lane in the RX-7. Like, I think I'm probably going to go to the drone camera. It's a little bit easier to spectate what's going on. Monge with a 642 at 206, and Just in 660 with an 8 at 205. Everyone's starting to get those reaction times dialed in. Scoot up a little bit more. Catch the next pair soon. I want to put my round wheel on, but I'm a bit late for that. That's fine. Alright, we got Fox in the truck on the left. Fox 79, I should say, and Nathan on the right hand lane. There goes the tree. Got that blown Mustang coming in. A little slower than expected. 8:16.7, 135. May have had a little bit of an issue on that run. Fox 79, 6:28.5 at 2:21.9. Keep things moving. Mitch on the right and Alterium on the left. Looks like we're gonna have this blue Camaro over here. All right, 6:26.6 for Mitch, 2:08.1 and 6:54 for Alterium at 200 in Pro Street Car. A-Dub plays and TN John pulling up to the line now. We got out of the groove a little bit there. 6:27.4 at 195 for Dub. Tia and John 6:992 at 187. Pro stock car looked like the same body as mine. Swayze on the right, and we got. I'm actually gonna try and zoom in a little bit with the drone cam, so I have an easier time getting to see names. Football guy on the left. Swayze 6:7.27 at 2:03, and Football Psycho 7:40 with an 8 at 171. Go ahead and stay on this cam right here. We'll still watch the numbers. Yeah, see if this tune's any good. All right, there they go. All right, 6:31.4 at 2:09, 6:64 at 199. AJ's gonna cross first there. Seems like the car does not roll anymore, so that's not good. I did something in the most recent iteration of the tune. The car does not roll that well anymore. Something's up with this. See, I did not correctly load the tune, so I'm gonna have to fix that. That's so weird. Try loading a different one in. None of this looks correct. Whatever. Yeah, something is up. Something is not working correctly for my tune. I need to figure out why that is. Alright, let's try this one more time. This thing is really giving me a lot of trouble today. Not sure why that is, but I'm not really here to challenge it. That seems better. There we go. Alright. I got that for it sorted out. So yeah, something going on there. That should be fine for the next run. 1 second. Anyway. A lot of things to try and get sorted out, which is not great right before the start of an event, but is what it is. Ah, looks like we're about to head into Q1 anyway, so we're going to get one more hit. Hopefully. Anyways, let's go back to watching some passes. Got a black Charger and a black Regal. Here comes a tree. .674 at 208 and 719 at 176. Now we got Papa and Karen. Hopefully see some good courtesy staging going on throughout the entirety of the event. Both bulbs are on. .619.1 at 213 for Papa, 726.5 at 182 for Karen. Definitely a little bit of a tree advantage there, but it is like that sometimes. We're all slowly scooting up. Got a couple of people already heading up to lanes 3 and 4 so they can get ready for their Q1 pass. Yeah, I can see the line's kind of moving, but it's not moving a whole lot. Yeah, I was wondering why the car wasn't rolling at all. I was like, this is so weird. And I realized it just glitched out and was not loading my tune at all, which is really upsetting. Alright, here we go. North and Slaughter coming up for another time hit. 109 is 62 at the lights. 671.7 at 199 for North, and 675.2 at 202 for Slaughter. Both of them running pro stock style cars, with one of them in the mountain motor. Narazari coming up in the Fox body on the left-hand lane, and Nathan, full-blown Mustang, Pro Mod, both all black. Got the top bulb on. Both of them got the top bulb on, in-staged. Definitely has some interesting internet stuff going on. 622.7 at 219 for Nar. 811 at 135 for Nathan. That might be the game plan for him. So you got a pretty healthy car count. When I rejoined, it was 38 people in here, so we might have 5 rounds, and we might have 6. I don't know how they're going to set it up, but I imagine the first round is going to be a random pairing. So I just gotta wait for the rest of them to scoot up now. It's funny because I want to say it almost looks like the way that the other people are moving on my screen. It's like, oh, the frame rate's really bad, but no, it's like fine. The only issue is just that my connection to them is not great. Anyways, only got a few pairs left. And if I'm looking closely, it looks like we're gonna pull 757. Alright, there go Fox 79 and J. Going on the track, both in trucks. 628.2 at 210 for J, and 621.1 at 222 for Fox 79. That's going to send them on down to lanes 3 and 4. Get ready for the qualifying pass. Pro Vega and Hewitt coming up. Got a good old 57 Chevy on the left and a Barracuda. Barracuda on the right. Both of them look blown. Just scoot up in the lanes. We're going to see those numbers. .27 light for Hewitt, 658.9 at 228, and 683.3 at 215 for Pro Vega. A little bit later on the tree. But as long as you're getting the pass you need, that's all that matters. Is or is that not right? Anyways, we get 2 queues, 2 qualifiers today, so that's going to be a little bit of a help. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be very hectic, so getting 2 is going to be very helpful, at least to establish what's going on. Not sure if we're basing it on reaction times or dials or what, but realistically, I'm sure it's going to be dials. I'm sorry, dials. It's going to be reaction times. A little frazzled right now. Trying to think through my plan of attack without saying my plan of attack. Also, I'm getting the wheels up there. 649.4 at 200 miles an hour. And 685.9 at 201. Pro stock for John. Both of them a little bit red, but it's all good. I'm not sure if all the liveries are just not loading for me. I think that might be the case. So that's unfortunate. I really wish that I wasn't having that issue, but sometimes you just have that issue. Yeah, it seems like none of the liveries are loading for me. I'll go ahead and pull myself up. Then right after this, we're the second to last pair to run a time hit. And after that, we're going straight to Q1. Ooh, that was brave. Bravo, sir. Thank you so much for the follow. 637.9 at 211 and 8 flat at 213 for zebras. Guys, let's go ahead and get it lined up. Lord. Yeah, thank you so much for the follow, Racing Kid. I appreciate you. All right, top bolt on. .41 red there. I'll go 694 at 192 for myself, 611 4 at 221 for Redneck. Not a terrible lap. Gives us a good idea of what to expect. Mess the tune a little bit. There's something else I wanted to change. Oh, duh. All right. Unfortunately, the pits are not very far away from the lanes. Yeah, I really wish I could see more liveries, but there's a couple people who I can, but it's just taking a while to load all of them. Like, I can see Swayze's livery next to me. I also need to change some tire lettering stuff, but that's really about it. Anyways. First hit, we've got Zach 105, and we have got Chaos ND 199. Just waiting on Zach to put on that top bulb. A little bit of purge. They're both staged up. Let's see what the first run's gonna look like. Chaos leaves way early. 667.8 at 202. So 419 light's not gonna help anything there. 16 for Zach 105. 615.6 at 225. Still waiting on them to pull up in our lane. Got Antics over there on the left in the Charger. G-Life in the first gen Mazda RX-7 over there on the right. Again, I think a lot of these guys have some really amazing liveries. They just have not loaded in for me yet, so I apologize. That's not showing for everybody. Big bump. Takes off top bulb. And then lanes 1 and 2 for Q2. 644 1 at 217 for G-Life, and 740 with the 5 at 165 for Antics. G-Life with a good light there. Yeah, it doesn't know what to do between the spectator camera and the drone cam. It really keeps flipping ahead. And he's got another RX-7 in the left lane and another Fox body in the right. Melendez and Woodard. Ooh, looks like that car just went kaboom over there in the right-hand lane. All right. Here goes a tree. Melendez getting the car up on the back bumper, or up on the wheelie bar, I should say. 656.8, 209 in that modified import small block. 656 on 655, not a bad place to be. Now we got Colin in the right and Poppy Boost in the left-hand lane. Put the beams on a little early. Sorry, he's just going to roll right back out. Both of them are ready to go. Red light start for Colin. Poppy's going to be all clean and green. 20 light in the right-hand lane. 674 at 199. 628 at 205 for Poppy Boost. 203 light. Yeah, definitely some stuff going on, so that's fun. The line still scooting up a little bit. I'll call the numbers once they come up on the board. The action's having a little bit of a moment anyway, so that's fine. They have 4 trucks in Montana. Shoot. There we go. Tristan goes on down there. 662.7 at 205. Nothing for Riddix. It's definitely going to throw some stuff off. Riddix, I guess, is going to take the extra time for a hit, but also is... This is a mess, if you ask me. Some weird tomfoolery going on. Then Riddix goes 717.6 at 176. Yeah, a couple of people are already going up to 1 and 2 for their next run. Slaughter and True North. 39 red on the left, 19 red on the right. 671.1 at 199 for North. 671.0 at 201 for Slaughter. Pair of 671s there. And both of them right in the ballpark they need to. 6.7 was the dial for North and 672 for Slaughter. So now we got Nate and Narazard. Got Nate and Narzard going down track now. Narzard 617.9 at 219 on the 622 dial, and 761.2 at 174 for Nate. 32 light. Whew. Excuse me. Yeah. All right, good lights, a pair of them. 623.9 at 212 for Papa, Big Papa. Jay is going to have a 630 with an O, 210.5. And both of them seem like they're pretty close to where they want to be. Jay may be a bit better in terms of the dial. You hit 650 with a 5 at 229. And no time there for the car in the left lane. You got Mirage and the GTR coming up, and Tall Man, the Camaro. Looks like a pro stock car. Tall Man goes 635.2 at 221, and Mirage 622.2 at 220. And again, some people are a little further off the dial, some people are a little closer. There are only a couple pairs out now. Fox 79 and Mitch going down the track now. 615.3 at 222 for Fox 79 on the 6.2 dial. 630 with a 7 on 207. No dial in for Mitch. Now you got Pro Vega and TN John. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm still in the run, Swayze. Just hadn't scooted up in a while. I think everyone's trying to watch and see what everyone's doing. A little bit of gamesmanship, so I get it. I think I missed that last run. Sorry about that, y'all. Football Psycho and Do Sosa going down the track now. 99 red for Football, 15 green for Deuce, 668.2 at 202 in the right-hand lane, 742.7 at 172 for Football. Again, still getting those dials right, getting it figured out. Everyone getting their program together. A lot of people have had some time to get it all together. Not all of us. He goes AJ and Bandit. Good launch off the line for AJ, it looks like. 30 red, 12 green for Bandit. Good light. 636 at 211, 630 at 209 for AJ. Bandit's going to get there first by 9 thou. All right. $631.8 at 210, $647.1 at 200. Alright, here's our top bulb. Need to get this tree figured out. So I was 40 red twice. 693.5. So the dial's about where I want it. Car was super consistent. So I don't think I'll change anything there, but I do want the car a little bit, what was I going to say? A little less aggressive off the line, but I really just have to change where I'm at on the tree, is what it is. There we go. So to make sure that was in effect. Really just want to change this for now. Alright, we're good. I'm going to head up to the lanes. Alright, so you're in the right there. I'm going to try and go for the left this time around. Not sure why the spectator camera is doing all that, but it looks like that's the end of the first Q1. So I'll give out my whole address. Come hang out. Anyways, back towards the end of the queue for the second round, or second queue as well. So you got another livery to load. That's positive news. Just need a couple more. So I have Swayze, Karen, someone up there. I can see their livery. I can't tell who it is. I think it's Tallman. Anyway, Slick Kid is working the potential buy run. 11 on the tree. So you gotta be better than 11 if you want to try and take away that potential buy. So I think we might have all of 40 cars here. What I might do is I might just actually focus on just staying progressed in the lanes. I'll call out the numbers as I see them, but I'm not going to be watching runs super closely. $629.5 at $221 for Zach, and $645.9 at $185 for Fabula. Excuse me. Raise I got a little time. Go ahead and cam cycle again. Antics in the left lane. Dub in the right lane. Up for round 2. Stay in the lanes. That doesn't sound right. So we gotta try and cut a light here. $745.3 at $165 for Antics, and $741.3 for Dub. Both of them a little red on the tree. No one's gonna try and take away that potential buy. It looks like we are gonna do random pairs. We got Chaos and Tristan. Still no movement in my lane. Alright, there they go. Clean and green, both of them. 65 on the left, 78 on the right. 667 for Chaos at 202. 669 for Tristan at 204. Very close to the pair of them. Nothing between them. Now we got Bad Mav and Riddix. There we go. Just waiting on to put at the bottom bulb on. There we go. Riddix and Bad Mav, left and right respectively. It looks like Riddix might have hit the wall there. 658.2 at 199 for Bad Mav. 003 on the 00 tree. 966.8 at 140 for Riddix. Looks like he definitely had an issue there. Still a great light. 33 is not a bad place to be eliminations, but you might have to do better than that. Bad Mav, I think, is on the current potential buy right now. Waiting on them ahead. Once AJ scoots up, I'll scoot up. I think both lanes are red there, so no one's going to improve in terms of getting that potential buy. 002 red for Slaughter. 672.7 at 201 and 674.7 for Colin at 199. People are going for it. You just gotta want it. You just gotta want it. I think 003 is a number and Bad Mav is the man. Still waiting on that scooch. But that's really no concern of mine. I'm here to just watch the racing right now. Alright. G-Life puts on that top bulb. Hear that revving over there, bumps into bottom. And Nate over there in the left-hand lane gets a nice wheels-up launch. G-Life 648.3 at 193, Nate 733 at 175. Both of them doing pretty good passes. Nate with a decent light as well. And it looks like he's just about ready for Eliminator 1. Big Papa, 626.2 at 212 on the 6.2, and 621.4 at 219 for Narazard. Again, everyone's looking pretty battle ready. Now we got Hewitt and Tallman. Neither one of them's in the beams just yet. There goes Hewitt putting on the top bulb. There we go. Big mile an hour for Hewitt coming on down. 647 at 234 in the quarter for Hewitt. 630 with a 4 at 221 for Tallman. Both of those cars moving pretty darn good if you ask me. Anyways, now we got Mitch and North. North in the left, Mitch over in the right-hand lane, closer to the camera. North accidentally double bulbs him, rolls it back. There they go, they're in. And there goes those cars, charging hard down at the top end. 624.6 at 207 for Mitch, 673.1 at 199 for True North. Great light. 11 is going to be something to reckon with the Eliminator. But still not enough to dethrone that 003 that we saw earlier from Bad Mav. Here goes Mirage and Jay. Trees coming down. What are those lights? Let's see them. 24 in the left-hand lane, 175 in the right. 628.0 at 210 for Jay. Gonna get there by a 10th. And 624.1 at 220 for Mirage. All of that was up on the tree. And then a little bit. Now you have Fox 79 and M93. And a bunch of other numbers after that. I scoot up in my lane. Yikes. Alright, Fox 79, 617. Oh, at 221.9. A little bit quick. And it looks like left lane motor expired there. Didn't get time, unfortunately. Pro Vega, a little double bulb action going on there. Just gonna roll it back, get it centered up. No problem. Okay, we're starting to get some more liveries loaded in, mercifully. $678.7 at 215 for Pro Vega on the 76 style. $696 at 200 on the 684 for TN John. You on to our next pair, Mike Melendez and Bandit. Alright, Mike Melendez, 656.9 at 209, and I missed the other time in the other lane. I apologize for that. Just getting some stuff going. Redneck in the right lane, football in the left. Everyone's getting nice and ready for round one. $7-4 on the left, 6-1 on the right. They're all still in heads-up trim. We're going to see who gets that light. Football, 741 on the 7-4, 172 miles an hour. 15 light, 615 on the right-hand side. Move on to our next pair. What the heck just happened there? Karen goes reverse out of the lights. 51 for AJ, 629 at 209. 208 light in the right-hand lane. And 1538 at 100. Something happened. Not sure what happened, but something happened. Alright, there we go. 646 and 626, both around 200. Mustang tanks, that's hilarious. Still red. 45 red. I did go in a little deeper than I wanted to there. The car being that consistent on the tree means I can move my spot even a little bit more. It's alright. So now we'll just stay in the pits. Said hell, 195 is creeping. Alright, got Poppy Boost. Top bulb on. Don't know if we're waiting on another car. Or not.
Another milestone.
This is very confusing now. But Nathan pulled up. Make it a pass. .638 at 204. Poppy Boost. 817 for. 135 for Nathan. Alright then, and Zebras. Pulling on up, going round us out for queue number 2. I guess y'all don't want it. Anyway, 795.9 at 213 for Zebras. Got a little bit of a T-stop going on up there. And that's fine. Alright, and I think that's going to do it for queue number 2. Everyone's got their stuff ready to go. Okay. I don't think we're going to have a ladder, but I assume it's going to be random pairing and I'm just going to go straight in. Actually, I do want to make one last minute change. We're going to be relatively early. On the call. 5th or 6th pair down. So if I have my numbers right, I think we might be running Mirage in the GTR. And there's our call to go ahead and roll. Alright, let's get our first bass. I think Bad Mav got the buy, I'm not certain. Oh, Slick? Alright. Well, Karen automatically just lost that one. $6,924 at 99. $425 light for Zach, but that's gonna be it. Zach's gonna go on to the next round. Karen is out. Alright, there goes Nate, and there goes Zebras. Who's going to make it in terms of the chase? A little bit of an advantage to the right lane. Nate is going to take it 732 on the 730 dial, 796 on the 793 for Epileptic. A lot of that was done right up at the top, but they're still pretty close to their dials anyhow. Big wheels up charge from Altirum. $624.2 is going to lose that 651.2 for Altirum on the 646 dial. 624 on 29, a little too far under. It's going to be an automatic L on the breakout. I gotta go ahead and scoot my ass up. .627 dial on the right-hand lane. Riddick 715 with a 3 on the dial-in board. I'm not sure what is going on right now. We'll let them figure it out first. They're saying that Riddick's is getting a DQ, but we're going to see what is ultimately good. Alright, Jay wins due to that whole double bulb situation. Alright, we're in. What? I was still 20 red? Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. That could have been easy. That could have been money. Fuck. I left so much later, I was sure. Oh well. That's how it goes. I had the car there, just didn't have the driver. Anyways, Colin's gonna go ahead and get the win light there. Take it on to the next round. Everything is this is such a confusing race. At any rate, Chaos is gonna go ahead and take that one down. 669 4 and 667. Quite a late light, but it happens. Anyways, Bandit 636 7. 23 light there is going to take it. 667 on 662 for Tristan. Close lights up there. Swayze's going to take it. 675 6 on 67 dial. 629 for a dub on 619, even though he had the better light. Alright, 676 is going to get the win for Slaughter. M93 did not get the memo that the light was green, so 662 on the 6-1. A lot of problems there. Sometimes you have those runs. Now you got Narzard and Redneck. Let's go ahead and see this one. $615.9 for Redneck's gonna get him through the next round on 6-1. Narzard had something happen. 687 on the 6-2 dial. 78 light was definitely a lot better up there, but just couldn't make it happen. I got Big Papa and True North. Got about a bulb separating them. $672.2 on the 6-7. True North keeping it very tight with that package. A little over 50. 621.4 on the 620 for Papa, but that light unfortunately cost him the race. Alright, as a matter of fact, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to run for a quick second after this pass, and then we are going to come right back at the start of round 2. I apologize, you guys. Still be having the stream running, I just got to step away for a second. So I'm going to keep running so you guys can still see what's going on. But ultimately, Antics is going to take that one poppy of the red light. 10 red, 608 on the 610. And then Antics is going to go through. Fox 79 is going to take Fabula. And I will be right back. Pro strats. Don't try it at home. Okay, yeah, we're still going. So, looks like we're in round 2 now, give or take. No, we're not. Maybe we're still in round one. I still do not understand those physics where you throw the chute and the car just completely noses down. Double O 01 red on the tree, 634 on 626 for Slick. Speed. Okay. Okay, so ready to go for E2. Nate and Alcerome's going to be our first pair. The Camaro like against the, I think that's a Starlet, I want to say, something like that. Should be an interesting race all the same. I should have my drone cam set up so I can see the dials, but oh well. Woo! Big old wheels up launch from Altirum. See if he can run down the old hatchback 13 to 28. Alturum's going to get the W. 654.6 at 200 dead on 646. 729.5 on 731 for Nate. That breakout is going to be all she wrote. Let's go and get this drone cam zoomed in a little bit more. Now you got Mike Melendez and Jay Blank. Looks like that's going to be a 656 on the left lane. And the 630 on the right. Let's go to our spectator camera. See what these lights look like. Get our race started. .666.5 on the 656 for Mike Melendez. 41 light. Going to cover off Jay's 629 on the 612. I mean, leave a 10th up there. It's not much you can do about it. We got Hewitt and Zach up next, 257 Chevys. One of them looks to be a nitrous car, and the other one is supercharged, blown, if you will. We're going to have a quick hold after this pair. Hewitt having some trouble on the beams. .25 to 72. Hewitt's going to make it on through. 654.9 on the 646 dial-in. 234 miles an hour. 617 on the 612 for Zach at 221. All up there on the tree. Taken through by 15 thousandths. They're both clean and green. So you can get down there first. A little bit of an advantage to the right-hand lane. Wind to the left. Pro Vega, 675. Well, it looked to be a 6.7. I lost my numbers. So now we got Mirage. Mirage and Colin. There we go. Quick hold going on. If we can have Mirage go ahead and pull out of the beams. Quick hold on the racetrack while I figure some stuff out logistically. Alright, we got him out of the beams. We're going to have a quick hold while we get this all sorted out. And we'll be right back. Alright, looks like we have a quick green light. We're going to do one more pass. Looks like Colin will take that one through. 688 on 674. We're going to see what the hosts want to do. How they want to handle that one. We're still in a bit of a holding pattern, but I think we're going to get things going again here soon. So let's see what it looks like. Now we got North and Bad Mav waiting in the water. Note to self, take screenshots of every run. The hold continues. Alright, looks like we're going to be getting the lobby restarted. I'm going to join as soon as we can. Keep things pushing. Looks like it's not quite up yet. Anyway, still loading in over here. Alright. Slowly getting people coming in. At any rate, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here. Still gonna be random pairs. Getting a full round 2 reset. So unfortunately, I'm still shuck out of luck, but is what it is. Might be missing a couple of people who did already organically lose first round. Or second round, sorry. Looks like I'm starting to load some more liveries finally. Yeah, now I can see most everyone's livery now. So that's a really good sign. So the reset worked out for us. For me, at least. Just being a little nosy, sorry. Yeah, some really good looking cars here. All right, there's a call for round number 2. Let's see what the scramble looks like. All right, looks like we're gonna have Zach and Hewitt. Nate and Vega. Slick and Alterum. Keep messing up his name, I apologize. Jay and True North. Waiting on a couple more pairs to form up. A lot of really good looking cars again. Redneck and Colin. And we need some more pairs. Looks like Mike is going to take left hand. Going to be paired up against Mirage. How does he know that already? Just running on the line with some pairs, just seeing what everyone's looking at. What's it to you? Again, a lot of really cool looking cars, I gotta say that. Alright, there's a call. Our first pair up into the water. 257s. Okay, that's a little odd. So Zach, yeah, so they both just got discoed for whatever reason. Not sure what's going on there. Not sure how we should handle this either, necessarily, but they definitely both were doing their burnout. They definitely both just got disconnected out of the blue. Yeah, it's a weird time. It's a very weird time. Alright, both clean and green. We're going to see Nate get that head start advantage. Who's going to get down there first? Looks like it's going to be Pro Vega. 680 with an 8 on the 677 dial. 215 miles an hour. 732 on the 729 for an 8 at 175. Reaction time started with a 3. Reaction time started with a 3. That's all I need to say. Vega had reaction started with a 1, but when you still got a 2/10 advantage from that, sometimes ends out pretty good. Altira, left lane, we've got Slick Kid on the right. Bulbs are on. 646 to a 63. Here they go down track. And Alterum's going to get the win, 656-1 on the 646, 80 light to Slick Kid 627-2, breakout on the 630 dial. Got there first. Couldn't quite get it done though. Now we got True North 207. And we got J Blank. See what the dial-ins are. Six seven 6700 for North is the number. J Blank hardly moving. There he goes. Getting into the top bulb. 627 is the dial. Both the bulbs on. About a bulb between them. Here comes Jay. And it looks like it's going to be J Blank. North with a very close 6,000s breakout. Had plenty of room up there. But Jay is going to take it. Looked like North got there by 2/10 and then some, but that breakout, it'll get you. Hold. Another hold. Ooh. It's becoming one of those. Their tree settings were not correct. So we're going to rerun all previous pairs. This is on 4/10 and not 5/10. There they go. Red light for Colin. Red light for Redneck. True start's going to give the win to Colin. 678.7 on 673. The important thing is that there's 11 red compared to 64 red. Next pair, Mirage and Mike. This would have been my race. He said I'm 10 minutes from giving Zach the W. And Mike, red light start. He's gonna give the win to Mirage. 13 red, unfortunately. 623, 3 at 6 at 218 on the 620 dial. 660 with the 6 on the 657 for Mike. Mirage is going to move on to the third. Now we got Slaughter and Swayze. Pair of S's. Pair of Pro Stock cars. Swayze gonna get the win there. 671, 669. Slaughter breaks out. 668.7 on the 669 dial-in. Ah, those are the ones that hurt, but that's racing. Gotta be in that window. Zach 105 and Hewitt getting their rerun. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's gonna happen. What's it gonna be? Now we have Nate and Pro Vega getting into the water behind him. Oh? So it looks like Hewitt's just given the win over. I think that's a DQ for Hewitt on the double bulb, but it's whatever. There's a lot going on in chat, quite frankly, so I'm not going to try and agitate it and poke the bear. .62 light, Zach's going to take it through. 619 with a 7 on the 612 dial. 226. Alright. Now it's Nate and Pro Vega. Vega in the Barracuda. Nate in the Starlet Hatch. Boom. Bam. Bing, there's top bulb. Ooh. What's going on here? Vega pulls back out. Gives me an opportunity to get a proper race in. Neither of them wanted to win it that way. Top bulbs are on for both of them. Ooh, and it looks like Vega is out of it. 732 on a 729 for Nate at 172. Vega not going to make a lap down the track, it looks like. But that settles that. Anyways, Jay, True North, next pair. Got the truck in the right lane. And the direct connection Dodge in the left, and they both have those lights on. 670 and 627. Let's watch him get down there. 26 light on the left, 41 on the right, and the win is going to go to the left-hand lane, north. 674 on the 670 dial. 26 light, like I said. 630 on the 627 for Jay. That's going to be that. Now we got Chaos and Antics. Chaos Antics. Antics over there in the left-hand lane with that GTX Roadrunner. Mopar colors on there. Chaos is going to be in the ATI Camaro over in the right-hand lane. Ready to go. There goes Antics. And there goes Chaos. What's it going to be? Antics is going to take him through. 742.6 on the 739. 669.4 on the 665 for Chaos. And most of that was up at the tree. But Antics didn't do a bad job of running the number either. Anyways, now we have Fox 79 and Bad Mav. Not certain. They might be the last pair. Ooh, red light for Bad Mav. That's going to take him out immediately. Fox 79 is going to move on to the next round. 112 light. 622.8 at 222 miles an hour on the 618 dial. 657 on the 657 for Bad Mav, but left just 46 thousandths too early. It is what it is. Ooh, an Alterum. Red light. Start. LP and Slick Kid. 43 red. Gonna go ahead and give it up. 628.6 on the 620 for Slick Kid. 717 on the 655 for Alterum. Hits the wall for good measure. 94 miles an hour. Gonna have to postpone this. Still wrong. So, this is getting kind of ridiculous. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get it on. Slushy, thank you so much for the raid, partner. Appreciate you. Hope you are having a great night. Hope your stream went well. Give you a quick shout out. And for those of you guys who are here, who are incumbent, go ahead and make sure you give our good friend Slushy SV a follow. If I can get my nomenclature right. He was a great guy. Fantastic racer. What's going on, Hako? Good to see you. Well, it looks like we're about to head into round 3. We're still having some weird stuff going on, but I think it's generally good. Alright, and it looks like the NJR guys are going to be corroborating results, calling results. I'll be giving you what I read, and we'll see what happens from there. He said, I need sleep. Word! It's midnight for the people on the East Coast, so they probably do want to get a move on. Oh well. This is moving real slow, and it's unfortunate. I kind of wish I would be able to get on with it, but I do appreciate them trying to make sure it's a fair event run. Still early on in the game's lifespan, though. Still a lot of bugs to work out. It seems like the bracket racing is picking up more, which is what I'm all here for. I need to work on some more builds within this game, too, so I can do more events. Plus, we have that $1,000 Pro 275 race coming up, so that'll be fun as well. Let's go to our drone cam, see what the pairs are going to look like. Looks like everyone's pulling up in the right-hand lane. Zach's going to go ahead and take left, so he'll pull Nate. But yeah, everyone so far is selecting right. We're going to see what they're going to do, ultimately. True North is going to pull Bandit, Swayze, and Colin, it looks like. And we're going to figure out the rest of them. But we still got a few rounds to run, so we got 3, 4, 5 pairs, as I'm calling it. 10 cars left. So we're going to have still another 4 rounds of racing. But as the car numbers start to dwindle, each round's going to get shorter and shorter. Anyhow. And Antics has the bye. Though, as I'm counting at 10 cars, so... Because, yeah, I think there's an odd amount of cars if you pull Antics out from that pool, so I think they're going to have to run someone anyway. Didn't get the call to roll, but either way, I'm here to get this thing on with. 615 is going to be the dial in the left-hand lane for Zach. Anyway. Shit. Alright. Both of them pre-staged. A little bit of a staging duel, looks like. I don't see either of them moving. Zach's moving in. Small bites. Nate's trying to burn him down. Zach puts on the bottom bulb. Nate's got 7 seconds. Just bumps it in. Red light start. That's going to give the win to the 57 Chevy. 21 light. Backed it up good. Represented. 615.8 on a 613 dial. Kept it nice and tight up there. Nate, 11 red. 734.9 on a 730 dial. And that's going to put him on the trailer. Next pair up, we've got True North. Direct connection Dodge. Dart. And Bandit. And that ocean blue Camaro. Alright. They're both in. They're both staged. North is going to leave first. Ooh, and it looks like Bandit's going to turn on that red light, giving the win right over to True North. Everyone's getting a little antsy now, trying to put on their A-game. 675 on the 670 dial. True North keeping it tight. 46 pack up there. 633, 7 on 632 for Bandit, but 10 red. It's going to send him home early. Swayze. Left lane. Chase at Camaro. Colin. right lane in the brakes Chevy Cobalt. Couple of pro stockers. Pro stock oriented cars, I should say. I don't know if they're actually pro stockers. They're going to leave just about even Colin with a very slight heads up start, but he's going to also turn on that red light. 18 red. 49 green for Swayze. 675.7 on the 670 dial-in. 677.7 on 675 for Colin. Goodness gracious. That right lane is having a little bit of trouble. As our third pair out. Now we got Slick Kid. We've got Mirage. Slick Kid in that yellow S10 truck and Mirage in the GTR sitting nice and low. Black and red scheme on that one. Very, very nice. Heartstopper. Heartstopper GTR. Cars are due to leave about even. Looks like Slick is out. 28 light to a 155. Treat him, and he's going to take it through. 624.2 on the 620 dial-in. 155 light's going to put Mirage home early. 618.2 on the 620. Ran a little bit under the dial-in. That breakout's not going to help anything, but won and lost the tree. Final pair. Antics. Fox 79. Round 3. Let's wrap it up. It should be Antics and Fox, yes? As I understand it. And Antics has lane choice. Yes, that's correct. Alright, I call it the same time as Jay did. Looks like he's going to pick right. Fox is going to pick the left. See if we can see what those dial-ins are going to be. $7-4 for the Charger on the right. Charger, TTX, whatever it is. I don't know my cars, clearly. For the S10 on the left. We don't have a dial-in yet. Waiting for him to put the top bulb on. 621. Let's try and make some sense out of this one. Both clean, both green. Antics huge lead out there. 747 on the 740. 18 light's going to take it through. Fox 624.2 on the 621 dial. 98 light. Not a whole lot of room to get done over there. So Antics is going to go through to round 4. And Antics. Good enough light to grab another buy. And we should be down to 5 cars, so Antics will in fact have that buy. We'll have 2 pair. We'll have Antics at the end. Give us North, give us Zach, give us Swayze, give us Slick, give us Antics. There's our first pair. Oop, went a little too far there. Alright, there's our first pair. Zach 105 and True North 207. Second pair is going to be Slick Kid and Swayze. And we're going to get down to the bottom of this and see who can get those points. 10 points for every round win. Get out of here, do well enough, you could walk away with 70. And Antics, our third pair, or our buy run for the round. We're ready to roll. Let's get those red cards out here, bring them to the burnout box. A lot of steering down there. North of the quick double bulb, rolls it back to pre-stage. All right. 1 car, 2 car. Red car, red car. That's how you're going to get me there. North is going to leave first. Both of them are green. See what we're looking like down there. Pretty close on the tree. 674.2 for True North, but Zach is going to take it. 614.1 on the 613 dial. True North 674.2 on the 670. Just left a little bit too much up there. Zach is going to get there by 13. Great racing. Now you got Swayze. Well, you got Slick. Alright, Swayze's got the top bulb on. Slick is bumping on in. North is going to bed. Here comes the tree. Ah, and Swayze's going to get that win. Slick was a little too slick off the starting line. 006 red. 687.3 at 203 miles an hour is going to win it on the 671 dial. 626 on the 620 for Slick. But again, that 006 red. A little too much. Antics doing a nice long burnout. So you go from 5 cars to 3 cars. Gotta wait for that red light to come on. Antics gonna power his way on down to the semis. 22 light, 745.3 on the 740 dial. 165 miles an hour. Good stuff. And that's gonna bring up round 5. Give us Zach, give us Antics, and give us Swayze. And Zach is going to be our bye into the is going to get a bye into the final round. So you cover him off. A little bit of a tray slide going on there for Antics. This game is a little bit of a physics bug. Our final 3 cars. Let's see it. And they're rolling. Antics is going to have the right lane. Swayze's going to take the left. This is going to be the one to decide who's going to take on Zach in the final. You see him back there in the water, just keeping an eye on things. Real nice, real close. Nothing's going to get by him. Both of them got the bottom bulb on. Antics gets the tree first. Both green. Swayze looks lazy. 78 light. Antics. Gonna take it. Swayze runs a 611 at 203. I think there was something going on there. Some kind of technical issue. But we're going to see that orange Hemi come back in the final. We're in a 6-1 in Pro Stock. Yeah, something was going on there. There goes Zach, 20 red, 624 on a 612 dial, 225 miles an hour. And that's going to set our final round. All right, well, let's see the final round. Zach and Antics. 57 Chevy. Plymouth GTX, Dodge Charger, whatever you want to call it. It's something. We're not going to talk about it, I guess. Anyway. They're in the box. They're in the water. See those dials. Pretty close to what they've always been. 612 in the right lane for Zach. 739 for Antics in the left. Alright, they're both green. And Antics is going to take it. 742, 739. 62 light, Zach 105, 619 on a 612. 46 light's going to be a little bit better up top, but can't keep it. Or can't run him down. There we go. Anyway. I'm thinking about calling it. I do want to get a couple laps in, though. I will admit that. Anyways, there goes the lobby. We're just dicking around a little bit. But that's going to go ahead and call the stream for us. Thank you guys for tuning in and coming in. Thank you guys for the new followers. There's a couple of people who I missed, and I appreciate you guys all sticking around to the end. But I'm going to go ahead and shut things off there. So until next time, you guys, take care, race fair, and I'll be seeing you. We'll likely be back either tomorrow or Wednesday to get some new races in for the week on GT or on iRacing, or perhaps even, if we're lucky, both. But I'm not going to promise anything. We're just going to see what it all looks like. Until then, you guys have a great rest of your night.